a decade, Pattaya's Ocean Marina has been hosting the Top of the Gulf Regatta. After 10 years, this event attracts more than 200 boats and around 600 sailors from about 30 countries, making it one of the biggest and most diverse regattas in Asia. What truly makes this regatta so large and so diverse is the vibrant mix of ages and racing classes that make up the event. From almost 150 tiny junior sailors in their Optimus to sleek racing yachts, cruising boats, catamarans, windsurfers and fast, edgy plateaus, this regatta does have it all. Ten years ago, when the regatta launched in 2005, I was here to cover the event. The man behind the scenes, yachtsman and boat builder Bill Gasson, had a vision for the sport in Pattaya.
This has been the ultimate dream that I've had for some 20 years since I arrived in Thailand, which started with the King's Cup 19 years ago in Phuket, through Samui Regatta, and now finally we've managed to get you all together for more than a weekend's racing here in the Top of the Gulf. So thank you very much to each and every one of you who are participating in the regatta.
10 years later, Bill Gasson says he is ready for a break, but the sport of sailing is as vibrant as ever.
It's been a good development from the early days. We've achieved the objective of bringing together all the classes that race in the Gulf of Thailand, and most classes are successful. Some of the classes are up and down because changes in what people do. One day we've got 10 big catamarans racing, and the next day you've got 2 or maybe none. So that changes often with the if you like, with the demographics with regards to the people who are in Thailand at that time, because some of the classes are predominantly Farang and some are not.
Now, you've done 10 years. You got another 10 left in you?
Nope.
How many more?
Nope.
Yeah, that's it, yeah?
No, I've done my 10 years, and I added it up with from the time of the first King's Cup till now. It's 28 years that I've been running regattas every year in Thailand, and the time to stop. The main beneficiary of this regatta is Ocean Marina and Ocean Properties, and I think from next year we will be asking them to take the main responsibilities over for running the regatta, for the funding of the regatta, etc. And I may, if I'm asked, help out where necessary, but I certainly won't be running or directing the regatta as I have done for the last 10 years.
You've enjoyed it though?
Oh yeah, I must have enjoyed it to have done it every year.
Yeah.
So, but it's very tiring, so it's about time to have a break.
As the interest in sailing has grown in Thailand, so too has Pattaya's Ocean Marina, and today this venue is home to some of the kingdom's key sailing events and well over 300 berths. Local expat sailors, Thai crews, children of all nationalities and big sailing stars from the region continue to join in the action on the waves. Veteran journalist Peter Cummins is almost 80 years old, and after decades of covering sailing events in Thailand, from His Majesty the King's forays in a dinghy to the drama of racing on the high seas, he can still be found in the press room at the Top of the Gulf Regatta.
Sailors become very intent on their sailing. And if they finished third one year and they're coming back second, I'll win this one.
Yeah.
Oh, like any sport, like any competitive
Good to
sport.
have some good competition.
It's
Yeah?
wonderful. And the advantage of sailing over other sports is, although you can't really see it, and it's hard to understand what's happening with the handicaps and so on, it's still a beautiful spectacle.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at golf, I couldn't become very excited over a guy swinging a golf club over his shoulder. Yo, I won! But to see yachts out there, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Waters are beautiful, the sky is a bit dull today, but it's warm. It's wonderful.
Kirati Asakun has been sailing in the regatta since the beginning. His passion for the sport and his family's involvement with Ocean Marina has kept the event going strong.
It's important to be involved. I have been sailing this regatta from the very first time. It's been difficult at the beginning because I think for local Thai people are not used to sailing as a sport. But it's picking up. It's picking up very nicely. But I think because we organize in such a way that it's also fun to be here, fun to sail. So there's a lot of visiting yachters from overseas, from Hong Kong, from Singapore, from Japan, from Australia, New Zealand.
It's a great showcase for the destination too, for Pattaya, isn't
Yes,
it?
I think so too. I hope Thailand, especially sailing in Thailand, get put in the yachting pictures.
Year after year, familiar sunburnt faces can be found on deck preparing to rig up and race.
The venue here is very good because it's very close to the start, so we can get in and out quickly. No big long trips or waits. So it's a nice venue here.
Yeah, it's good to see all the kids participating too.
Oh, the optimists are amazing. You know, we go out often here, and the optimists are also going out with us, and they're zigzagging in front of us, and they're tenacious little sailors. They're really good. Good future for Thailand.
10 years ago, the marina was quite small and was not managed from an international point of view. It was very local. But it's amazing that after 10 years we're still here, and we're happy to be at the marina. At the moment, the marina facility is one of the best in Asia, I think. So a lot of work. So a big prize for Ocean Marina.
The 4 to 6 man plateaus are one of the biggest racing classes here at the top of the Gulf and attract some of the region's best sailors. Aussie sailor Scott Duncanson and his crew were being sponsored by Pattaya developer Kingdom Property.
We recently signed a sponsorship deal with Kingdom Properties. That was finalised in about October last year, and we decided to buy our own boat and really do the sponsorship package properly. So many times we see boats with sponsor stickers on them, but that's about as far as it goes. So this time we really went to the nth detail and painted the boat properly in the corporate colours, and have done spinnakers and sails and done it all very nicely.
Can you tell me a little bit about the plateau, what it's like to sail, and just describe the boat for those who are not familiar with it?
Okay, how far would you like me to go?
Just very simple.
Okay, very simple. Well, most people don't know that the plateau actually is the small Thai fish, and the boat was designed specifically for Thailand back probably 17 years ago now, and it's sort of seen a wave of popularity. It has its popular years and then it drops off and comes back, and I guess it really comes back to who's behind driving the class. The last couple of years we've seen the plateaus really on the crest of a wave with teams attending from lots of different countries around the world to race plateaus.
And it's a 5-man, 6-man, 4-man crew. You can mix it up, can you?
It can be mixed, but there's a maximum weight of 400 kilos. So if you have a big 5, you're normally dieting pretty heavily before the regatta. But we see some of the Singaporean teams and the teams with lighter people start with 6.
Yeah. Is it a tough boat to sail?
It's a very easy boat to sail in the conditions it was designed for, which is 0 to 12, 15 knots, typical Thai conditions. When the conditions get heavier than that, it's very challenging.
Yeah. Nigel Cornick is a familiar face at sailing events in Thailand. Today, as CEO of Kingdom Property, his company supports youth sailing in Pattaya. And in the past, as CEO of Raymond Land, he was famous for his regatta parties and headline sponsorship. So Nigel, another top of the golf regatta.
Yeah, it's number 10.
Yeah, it's number 10th year. Now, you've had quite a bit of history with this event, haven't you?
Yeah, we were sponsors when I was at Raymond at the beginning of the series, and it was, I suppose, coincided with North Shore and then Southpoint, and it seemed the right medium to get the message across, and it's 10 years on.
Now, you've had an active interest in sailing, and the sport of yachting sort of in Thailand for many years, not just here in Pattaya. Why do you think it's such a good sport to sort of get involved in or to support as a property company?
Well, I suppose the analogy is always driven that people can afford a boat, they can afford a second home, and they can afford expensive real estate. So I think the target market should, in theory, link in with the type of developments we were doing, starting with Phuket, where we were sponsors for the King's Cup for 5-6 years, main sponsors, and from that we moved into here and Samui to a lesser extent, but no, it's a great sport to be associated with, and it's like everything. If you look at companies like Rolex, they associate with sports of a similar nature, golf, sailing. So I don't think we're not market leaders in it. It just makes sound sense.
The top of the golf regatta was recently voted Asian Regatta of the Year at the 2014 Asian Marine and Boating Awards. Its near-record fleet of 250 boats and over 600 sailors from more than 30 countries included 12 classes of boats this year in 4 days of racing. The event also included the Plateau Coronation Cup and Thailand Optimus National Championships. Well, the sponsorship obviously paid off for Kingdom Property, with Scott and his team taking home the Coronation Cup. Peter O'Hearn's experienced Aussie team on Oi did indeed shout Oi when they charged into first in the IRC racing class.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
And in the kids sailing, 14-year-old Thai sailor Sutita Poonpat took on the boys and took home the Optimus National Championship trophy. For all the winners, you can visit the Regatta website. A decade of great sailing in Pattaya is sure to be followed by many more years of racing to come.